Hello people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sorin and today we're gonna talk about the BT-42, which probably is gonna be our 14th anniversary gift from a World of Tanks. I mean, it's gonna be obviously a tier 5. It's the only tier 5 that is gonna be, which has been super tested right now. So as was last year, the AMX 11, I guess this tank is gonna be a gift. So it's the best time to review it actually. What I'm gonna review it, well, there's nothing really that I can compare this vehicle to because it's a a light tank, and the only one that I can actually compare it to it is the VK 105. But yeah, this vehicle is nowhere as that. It is a light tank. It's very lightweight. Like the BT weights, how much does it weigh? Something like, I don't know, maybe under 15 tons. Actually, it does weigh 15 tons. So it's nowhere as the 27 of the VK. So it's not gonna be a ram machine that, if you ask. But what this has, it is 370 alpha damage with 105 penetration on its standard rounds, and if you wanna load premium rounds, well, you can go up to 125, which is much better than a 104 that you get on the tier 6, let alone at the tier 5. And if you wanna load the HEs, you get 440 alpha damage with 57 penetration, which is enough to penetrate tanks frontally, into the side and into the rear for that juicy 500 damage mark. So yeah, this vehicle is gonna be kind of fun. In terms of the shell velocity, you have 357 on HE, 357 on premium hit, and 357 on normal hit. So yeah, you're not gonna snipe with this, and I guess you can actually miss at shooting blank distance. So yeah, this gun is not gonna be the most reliable if you really wanna, do thousands of damage, but was very nice. Well, the caliber is 114, which means you can overmatch 35mm plates, which are a lot of them at tier 5, tier 6, and I guess some tier 7s as well get this kind of armor layout. So yeah, what can I say? High alpha damage, good enough penetration, good enough caliber, but yeah, the reloading time is gonna be kind of long, unlike the VK 105. So this vehicle, you kind of want to connect all of your shells, and on top of that, you kind of want to use hit rounds, because with H's, yeah, you're gonna do like 50, 60, 100 damage, and considering you're gonna fire like every 13 seconds, every 12 seconds, yeah, it's not gonna be really worth it. So you're gonna be shooting hit mostly. And what's very good about hit, you are not losing any penetration, so you're gonna have 105 penetration at even 500 meters, so it's gonna be very nice. But what can I say? Well, the gun handling, it is worse by the VK. You have longer aiming time, you have worse dispersion, you have worse actually you have worse accuracy, you have worse dispersion while moving, you actually have double that. This is not looking very good. So even if you're gonna have a tank at 15 meters in front of you and you wanna shoot it, well, you still have to aim for that, because the reticle is gonna be bigger than your screen. So I tried to 3-mark the VK 105, and I will just admit the gun handling, it is that bad. And this one, being it twice, yeah, I'll not talk about it. But obviously, if you can connect 2 shells, I guess that's gonna be a good game for you. Next, you have half of the gun depression, which is never good. On top of that, I think the tank is very tall, because you have kind of tall turret. So yeah, it's gonna be a struggle to obviously to depress the gun. In terms of the mobility, there are actually good and bad news. The bad news is actually you have worse speed, the worse mobility. You have actually same reverse speed. You have better power to weight ratio, but it's not really the point. Considering your top speed, it's kind of slow, but considering it's a tier 5, I mean, it's probably acceptable, I guess. You have worse terrain resistances, I guess, and on top of that, you just I guess you have the same traverse as the VK. So the tank looks balanced for a tier 5 perspective, but is it gonna be the most competitive? Well, hell no, I don't think so. In terms of armor, well, you are not gonna bounce anything because your armor is like a BT. You have no armor, but you have a lot of hit points for a tier 5. You have 590 for a tier 5 with paper armor. I guess that's good. Whereas the VK gets 680 for such a large vehicle. So I guess you have the advantages in terms of the hit points, but not really. And on top of that, you have actually worse camo than the VK, which is interesting. Probably because you are taller, but yeah. What about the view range? 360. Well, for a tier 5 light tank, I guess that's right in the middle. But yeah, is it gonna be the next kid on the block? I don't think so. Let's think about the equipment. So, considering it's a premium tank, you're gonna get yourself obviously the best crew, and with all bells and whistles, you can get intuition as well, which is gonna be very nice on this tank. And oh, you can get up to 27 concealment, which is good. Your commander is actually the gunner and the radio man, which is never good. But yeah, let's actually put some equipment, shall we? So, considering it's a tier 5, I guess you're just gonna use your normal equipment. You're not gonna put bonds into it. So, question is why you can use vertical stabilizer? Probably because it's a bug and it allows you to use vertical stabilizer. But in reality, I don't think you can use any vertical stabilizer on a tier 5. So, what we can do? Well, you can go for a rammer to increase that DPM. We can go for a coded optics, and we can go for vertical stabilizer like the IRM, which should reduce the gun handling a bit, but yeah, it's not gonna make the vehicle any decent whatsoever. But on top of that, you can put down a turbocharger and make it tiny touch faster. But yeah, by the looks of it, 426, it's not looking that bad. And with chocolate, you can go up to 445 meters view range, which is enough to spot at long distances, actually max view range. So yeah, forgot to mention this vehicle is actually German. It is not Russian. If you've been wondering, it is. Yeah, it is gonna be very interesting, and well, and I mean, obviously because it's gonna be a gift tank, people are just gonna play it like once or twice, or just sell it as for 200,000 credits or 300,000. How much is this tank worth? But I guess it's the most unique out of here. Actually, out here, since we keep getting like free tier 5, tier 2s, tier 3s. And you know, actually I'm looking forward this vehicle to play, because it is yeah, I do not really see this every day. It's like a BT-7, the one that you have at tier 2, tier 3, and just, you know, you mounted howitzer on it and just create horror and chaos on the battlefield. But yeah, this is gonna be probably our 14th anniversary gift in World of Tanks. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.